everybody. Hi, my name is Kim Ross-Hollingsworth, and I am the founder of the Arts and Authors Extravaganza and Book Builders Academy. And you are here with another segment of Arts and Authors Talk. And this is a platform that we have where we get a chance to learn a little bit more about our authors and our artists. And we just dig a little bit deeper just to find out what they have going on, how they started, and so forth. And tonight, I have a special guest with us. This is Coach Meredith Hammond. How you doing, Coach? And she's an author as well.
Yes.
How you doing?
I am well. Just trying not to have no technical difficulties.
Trying to get situated a little bit. Well, Coach, tell us a little bit about yourself, will you?
Oh, wow. Where do I start?
Without giving out too much information.
Well, I am right here in New Jersey, New Jersey, but I claim being a Philly girl through and through.
Yes.
Let's see, married with children. Been married for like 27 years, have an amazing husband, 2 children. My background's in engineering, and as you're referring to me as a coach, I am a business strategist, mind shift coach, as well as a transformational speaker. And I've written a few books along the way too.
That's right. That's right. Now, I will ask you about the Go Be Great in a little bit, but I just wanted to find out exactly what inspired you to do what you do. Tell us how you got started and so forth.
Oh my gosh. So when it comes to actually speaking, if you would have told me 30 years ago that I would stand on stages talking to hundreds of women, or even coaching, I would have said, no, you're wrong. I don't see it, can't imagine it. And I recall, I think I've even told you this story. I recall before when I did a speaking engagement at a church, very small church. And afterwards, someone said to me, oh my gosh, you were so good. Can you speak at my church? And I was like, no. Like I faked the funk, Kim. I'm not going to lie. I faked the funk and asked the person, well, when? Because I was just that scared, right? Like stand in front of people. And so when she told me, I made an excuse for why I couldn't attend. But I have to say, when it's something that you're meant to do, God has this way of preparing you. And so over the course of maybe 10 years from that moment on, I had a director who actually started pushing me at the workplace to go out and speak in the engineering realm. And after a while, I got a little more comfortable with it. I started mentoring. So that was something that I started mentoring young ladies, African-American women who were young engineers. So that was a form of coaching. I started speaking. And next thing you know, one day I kind of realized that this was something that I enjoyed doing. And I remember the lady asking me to speak, and I decided to almost 12 years later, 15 years later, you know what, I'm going to go do my first event. And I've been rocking with it ever since. So like for the past 10, 12 years, I've been doing what I do, and I love it.
Well, that first event, if that is the event that we're talking about, you had it over in Philadelphia. That was the one I came to. Was that correct?
That wasn't
or was that another one?
Around my 3rd or 4th, but I remember.
You remember that?
Yeah, you came and peeped in.
I sure did. I was like, and the food was good.
Oh, yes.
We were at this little restaurant.
What's it called?
It was like a little cafe type restaurant.
Like this kitchen or something like that.
Yes. It was really, really nice. And actually, I was following you for a while before I actually came out to see you. I was. And I noticed that because we have a lot of connections, a lot of mutual friends.
Yes.
And, I was watching, but it took me a minute, like we talked about before, to actually go into the community. But tell us a little bit about the Go Be Great community.
Oh, girl, now you about to
have your baby. I know.
get all kinds of lit.
And hold on, before you do that, I see that there's a few people on here. If you have any questions or any comments, please let us know that you're here. Say hello. You can, just let us know what state you're chiming in from so that we can say hello to you. Okay, Coach, take it away.
Oh, so the Go Be Great Sisterhood. Can I just say, that's a summation of all my passion.
Yes.
It literally is. It's this amazing space where phenomenal women get together, and we just have these awesome transformative conversations.
Yes,
It's
do.
like taking group coaching and just taking it to a
To another
place
level.
in a never experience, right? And so as a coach, I used to do one-on-one, but there is something about having like-minded people come together in the same space, looking to grow and to learn and support each other at the same time. So
That's
the Go
right.
Be Great Sisterhood is that type of coaching space where I can share empowerment, which I said I'm a transformational speaker. So every morning I get to pour into the women business tips, because I'm a business strategist, and they're gems that every day they can come out, grab them, and apply them immediately.
Yes.
And then the conversations. And the women are the secret sauce to the community.
Yes.
I'm not even going to say it's me, right? Yes, I show up and I do the thing that I do, but it's like the sisterhood is so, I know I'm making this word up, but splendiferous. Word, girl.
Oh yeah, you made it up.
But it's so yummy, right? You get
It
there
is
every
though.
day. And it's
We
just
call it
so yummy.
great eats.
Yes.
And because some of the information that you give us, it's just, some of the stuff we know, but then there's some things that you just have to keep reiterating to people. You have to, because not every day is a good day.
Right.
That we talked about. So when you hear that special talk that you give us in the morning, that word, it gives us that extra motivation, that extra encouragement that we can keep going. There's several times in our businesses we want to give up, we want to stop, but when we keep hearing that, and what did we say before? That sometimes you need that word to keep you going. That word for the day.
Yes.
What was it?
I don't remember. We say so much good stuff over there, but
it's like you needed to transform your day,
right?
And just having that good word in the morning, it makes your whole day better.
How we start our day off matters.
There you go.
Intentional, right? That's the whole crux of it. Being intentional. We have our affirmations every day, and having that right headspace. Right? People talk about waking up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yes.
I believe we all can wake up on the right side if we're intentional.
We sure can.
I mean, one of the things that I appreciate about you is that you always just seem so pleasant and upbeat.
Thank you.
And it's like
it's work.
Right?
And it really is work though.
The community, you're intentional about it and it rubs off.
You have to be intentional. And I think we suggested that we talked about it before, where some people need someone to motivate them, but then there's other people who can motivate themselves, right, or inspire themselves. But it takes, it's learned behavior. It took me a long time to get to this point. I turn music on if I'm depressed, or I just do things that's going to make me feel better, because I don't want to be in that depressed state.
Yeah.
And that's what you're saying about being intentional. If you're intentional about some of the things that you do, like some people pick up their Bible, they start reading scriptures. Some people do affirmations, but you have to be intentional about what you're going to do.
Absolutely.
I wish I could stay on. Hey, Sean, thank you so much for coming on. And I wanted to say hello to you at first, but she said, I wish I could stay on. I have a student. Can I watch later? You sure can. Kim is wonderful. Always so positive. Thank you
Yes,
so much. Sean, she's the greatest, and she's an author as well. And
awesome.
spoken word. She does everything. But thank you so much, Sean. And if you have questions, we will answer those questions for you later too. Same music, dancing by myself. That's the truth. You have to do things like that.
You
I'm
do.
loving this. Yes, it's so true. But you have to find ways that's going to motivate you. So go ahead, Coach.
And intentionally plug in to the right places, right?
That's true.
I think as women, too often we're taught to be strong by ourselves.
Yes.
Right? Don't complain, do it yourself. You got this, put the big S on your chest.
Yep.
And then at the other spectrum, we're taught women are catty, be mindful, they'll stab you in the back. So you have these two extremes.
Yes.
But those are taught and not necessarily true.
I agree.
Always. Where we need to meet is in the space of community.
Yes.
We can say that it takes a village, right? We're good to say it takes a village to raise a child. But that same village is needed to inspire and nurture women and remind them how great they are.
I agree.
Right? And I think that that's what a lot of us are missing, intentionally plugging into spaces where you're seen.
Yes.
Right? Where other women recognize you and they're not in competition with you. They want to see what she rise, we rise. They want to see you elevate. And they're not afraid, because I think a lot of women are afraid to share.
Yeah.
Because, if I give you this, that means you do better than me.
Exactly.
We don't care about that over there. We take joy.
Yep. It's true. It's true.
Go Be Great Sistahood, right? Seeing you succeed. If I can give you something that help you get to in your journey,
that's right. Great. I agree. And it's not meant for us alone anyway. It's meant for us to share with others. You know, that's why I have this podcast, so that we can share. I have the magazine so that we can share. I do the Arts and Authors Extravaganza so that we can share. Because if you don't let people know what you do, nobody will know.
That's right.
So you have to share your gifts, your talents. You just have to. But I enjoy the Go Be Great community. I mean, there's some people, I mean, it's not for everybody.
Right.
And and we don't want every single person. We want the people that's going to be loyal to us, the people that's going to be, that's willing to give back, because that's what we're doing. We're giving back. And I think we're in Jersey. I don't know if it's me that's freezing or you that's freezing, but we're going through like this bad storm outside.
Yeah, we are.
But but both of us are in Jersey, so if it messed up a little bit, forgive us. It's not our doing.
I think it's so important, Kim, which is it's not necessary for everybody. And we know that it might not be someone's cup of tea, which is all well and good. But sometimes you don't know if it's your cup of tea until you take a sip.
You try it.
Right?
Yes.
You take a sip. That's one of the beautiful things about our space is that typically the sip is only $10 a month. Mm-hmm. And it's like, take it, try it. It's 35 cents a day. If you don't like it, just walk away from it.
That's it.
If you come into our space intentionally and get on those calls or listen to the segments afterwards at your convenience, there's some gems in there. I'm sorry.
It's so true.
I ask every day, did I drop a gem? And the ladies are like, absolutely, right? Because I want to make sure I'm giving value. So you don't know. One of the things, biz tip, you want to know if your customers appreciate and like what you're offering.
That's right.
If you want to know, you have to ask the question. That's why people put out what's my rating, right? The games, what's the rating? 5 stars, 3 stars, right? Restaurants, what's the ratings? You have to be willing to be vulnerable and ask questions so that you can give your audience what they want. So I ask every day, Did I drop some gems?
Yep.
Every
And
day.
that's a way of finding out who your target audience is
Yes.
too. Because sometimes we're giving information to people and they're not even the ones that we're supposed to be giving the information to.
Come on now.
So it's like once you find out who your target audience is, then you can better accommodate them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the sisterhood, one of the things, we're intimate in number, but there's so many gifts that float
Yes.
around, so much positive energy that floats around that, I mean, even today, I'm not sure if you were on the call, but one sister talked about her mom and going plant-based again. And then another sister was like, oh my, and she's a health and wellness coach. And another sister said, I need more information about that because I want to kind of shift my family or my kids to become healthy,
right,
plant-based. They done jumped off into a whole conversation by themselves. Connections.
It is the connections. And I was on this morning. I have to remember, but you know how, and that's another thing about the community. When you come on in the morning, because we know it's early, you know, sometimes you're in the middle of getting dressed or doing something else. So you're listening in the back. You are constantly listening to what's going on. So I did miss that part, but I was on because we what were we was I on this morning or was that yesterday morning?
No, you were on this morning. It's because today is Monday. You told everybody to have a
That's right. I was. And see, that's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to come on every single day.
Right.
You don't have to. But when you come on, I guarantee you'll get some value out of it. You will get value. And this is the main thing, you know, since I quit my job and everybody know, you know, I'm self-employed now, but you have to have things like the Go Be Great community that's going to keep you motivated. There's plenty of days when I don't want to get up, I don't want to get dressed, I don't want to do my work, you know, but when you have these little things that keep you motivated and keep you, you know, you have to, what worked for me, and I think somebody else said that today too. She had to continue to do things the same way she did them when she was at work.
Yes.
You know, she still get up in the morning, she still get dressed. You know, you have to keep doing these things because you can fall off.
Yep.
You can fall off. You know, we do our exercises in the morning. We've been walking.
Yep.
You know, going to the gym. And going to the gym and stuff like that because you can fall into some ruts. But I like the community because it's allowing me not to fall into these ruts.
Yeah, for sure. It's
you know, and it keeps me grounded. So I appreciate you.
Well, let me tell you, I appreciate the fact that you're one of our leaders.
Thank you.
It helps, you know, when you have spaces, when you have vision, as you even know with arts and authors, extravaganza, like when you're taking on big vision,
yes,
it can be overwhelming, especially if you don't have help.
Exactly.
And so in a space like the Go Be Great Sisterhood and the vision that I have for it, and some things I haven't even really seen with my own eyes yet, that I'm like, oh my goodness, every time I turn around. Because the beautiful thing is that women in the sisterhood, such as yourself, will say, hey, coach, what about this? What about that? We already know, we're already planning something, right?
That's right.
And hands in it. I realize I can't do everything on my own. So it's great when you have other people who are like, I got you. Right. And that's another thing when it comes to simply having community. When you are trying to do everything on your own, right, trying to push that boulder up a hill in life, whatever the boulder is for you in life, when you're the only one who has your shoulder against it, if that boulder slips, guess what? You're going under. But if you have other hands supporting you, when it slips, they start pushing with you and reminding you, lean in, you got this, sis. And that's what community does for all of us.
Exactly.
Again, and the women are reminded of that every day. Like, I cannot imagine, we're in our 1 year anniversary, right? It's still June, so it's 1 year anniversary month. I cannot imagine my life moving forward without being able to connect to the women. in the
Yes.
morning. Just if all I say is good morning to you all, that's all. Listen, I was on
Yes.
vacation talking to you all, right? I need you all, like
It's
this.
so true.
It's like a give back and forth. I need you as much as you need me, right?
That's true.
Whose song is that? I need you to survive. Like somebody, I don't know. Is it Hezekiah?
I will survive.
No. I pray for you. You pray for me.
Oh,
I think it's Hezekiah Walker,
yeah.
but it says, I need you to.
That's a church song.
Yeah. But it's like, it's all about the
I know which one you're talking
people.
about.
Like we need each other.
We do. And it works. It
Yes.
really does. Now, you mentioned how much it costs to get in to, so the $10 get you a certain amount of things, and then you upgrade to get more. Right. But mention just briefly what you get with the premium and then the platinum package.
Okay, so the premium is chock full of deliciousness. First you have the booster call, power boost call, right? Which we've been talking about. But you also have access. We've been doing our book club once a week. We're about to do our second book. I think we're going to do Taraji.
Taraji P. Henson's book?
Yeah, I think we're doing.
Okay, but we did Lisa Nichols first.
Yes, that was
interesting.
Excellent book, personal development book.
Yes.
So we have the audio book club that we do once a week. We have you can get an accountability partner. Mm-hmm. We have over there healthy living. You also get 30% off my coaching. Mm-hmm. What else do we have over there? Those are some of the main things. Like I said, the accountability and the conversations.
Yeah.
Like that really is group coaching. Not to mention that you never know when some of our resident coaches, which you get more of, we talk about platinum, but sometimes a resident coach will actually drop a gem in there too, besides myself. If a topic comes up, they might drop a gem on health and wellness. They might drop a gem such as Kim, who's one of our resident coaches when it comes to authorship. She might drop a gem on that, just in passing. We don't over gem you, right? Because it is premium. And the platinum members are paying a little bit more, but you'll be surprised at what you might get. Now, Tuesday, this is really good. And this is something new we've started over the past 2 weeks. So Tuesday on our calls is Talk About It Tuesday, but Tuesday, Talk About It is about entrepreneurship. So that day is really specific to the ladies wanting to talk about best practices they can share with everybody.
Yes.
Versus ask a question. Whatever it might be, maybe they've had something really great happen in their business, or whether they're just going like, I feel really stuck. That's when the sisters can come together and kind of share. I try to step back in that moment because I do something with the platinum, but the ladies get to kind of share. So Monday is Motivational Monday. Tuesday is Talk About It Tuesday. Wednesday is Winning Wednesday. I love that day.
Yes.
It's nothing like having a win. I say this all the time. And you look around for someone to share the win with and nobody's to be found. You're like, find that somebody and they're not as excited as you are. And you're like, wait, this was a good win. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you want somebody to be like, yes, wait, go girl.
Exactly. But you know what I like about this group is because every single person has a win. Yes. I don't care what it is. Your win may be a different type of win than somebody else's win. Some people's win is just getting up in the morning, putting some clothes on. It may not be my win with coming out with my magazine. You know what I mean?
Right.
It may be just, somebody else's win. Some people's win is just getting up in the morning. Oh, is that us talking? Clothes on. That was you. And that's another thing. This is raw. We may mess up. We have fun. I was like, where's this talking coming from? But it's true though. But every person has a win, no matter what it is. And that's what I like about our group.
Yes.
No.
sorry. I was trying to reply back to Glam. She's on it, one of our sisters. The next thing I reply, and the whole thing went.
Oh yeah, but it's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
But hey, look,
So
Coach Kiera is on here.
Yes,
Love
yes.
her.
Let me tell you, she is the bomb. So speaking of other things that we have to offer, so Kiera is our corporate intercessor. So we have corporate prayer once a month, right? All of this is included with premium. You get corporate prayer once a month, and we have a prayer list. So, there's nothing for a woman. We like to say, calling out the hootie who to say, hey, I need prayer for myself, my children, my cousin, my uncle, my auntie, my mama, my sister, right? We'll put it out there, and someone's going to lift you up in prayer. Yes. It's just the most amazing support for $10 a month. Now, when you take it up a little bit to the $29, now you get a few additional things. So you also get something that actually Kiera has tapped into, which is the peer exchange at $20 a month. As a platinum member, if you have a business and you want to get more exposure to your business, you can actually come in, talk to me, and say, on this date, I would like to do some type of, for lack of a better word, right, masterclass. Thank you. And so I will simply go, okay, when? And can you put together a flyer? And we ask as many sisters as possible to share that flyer on their social media platforms, which means you're getting more exposure for your business, right? Yes. And on top of that, so the people who come to see it, they would simply join our sisterhood for the $10. Kiera did it, an amazing masterclass for small businesses. She ended up, putting together such a great curriculum that she's still using it. She wrote ebooks, right? And so we have that. That's for part of the platinum. Also, platinum members have study hall. They haven't used it in a while, but we have study hall where you can go like, you know what, I want to get focused on getting a few things done for the week. My goals, I'm trying to finish these tasks. Sometimes you want to be with somebody. Y'all don't have to be talking, but just know that somebody else is working too, right?
And then if they need help, with certain things, because like there was someone who taught us how to do the reels and and the TikTok videos and stuff like that. So we help each other. If they don't know how to do it, they can find help within someone in the group.
Absolutely. And then the biggest thing is that the resident coaches. So Kim, like I mentioned, is a resident coach when it comes to writing your books. She talks to us once a month. She drops gems whenever she feels like it. We have a little private space there for those who are platinum, where she'll come through for gem that might be like, did you try this or think of this? Here's a great tip. So that's so powerful because I believe that everybody has a book in them. Period. Everybody has a book. Everybody has a story to tell. Yes. I just think that sometimes we get stuck in our own head and how to pull it out. Yes. So when you have somebody who's written as many books as Coach Kim, right, just dropping these gems with such ease, she's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, but for $29 a month, you can't beat it. Now, no, is it her full-blown course? No, but it's enough to get your feet wet, right?
Yes.
And you go, okay, I feel like I can jumpstart something. So we have you. We also have our emotional wellness coach, right? Because sometimes women, we know we get into our own heads, and we actually need somebody to help guide us, right? Sometimes we lose our way. Sometimes we don't feel we have lack of self-esteem or lack of confidence. And we have a coach who pushes you through that and helps you ask yourself the tough questions, like ask yourself the tough questions and answer them, right? We have a health and wellness coach. We have our affirmation coach. We have our money coach. Hello, somebody.
That's right. Got to keep your money right.
Got to keep the money straight, right? And then we have Chris Truly, a business strategist. So between all of these coaches that are volunteering, but the beautiful thing about the volunteer coaches, these resident coaches, is that, again, even in showing up once a month, they're building their know, like, trust factor. It's not opportunity for all of us to kind of get in front of people and become the go-to, the goat,
Yeah.
if you will, in our space. So that's what you get for $29 a month.
Yes.
And the list keeps growing. It seems like every time I turn around, I'm
It's
like, oh,
something.
let me give y'all this too. Oh, wait, I forgot
Yeah.
the big thing that everybody gets to do. So all the members, and I started a whole new community, free community, the Total Woman Experience. So we're up to 200 plus members. So I had a group with over 1,600. I'm starting
Yes.
fresh. But all the Go Be Great sisters get to post in there and promote on the weekend.
That's
so
right.
I don't know what else to say.
It's a no-brainer. Just put it that way. It's a no-brainer.
Get over there, Kim.
Yes. Well, we're going to put information for the Go Be Great community in the comment section. We also will list it, on the page, on our Facebook pages and the YouTube pages. We'll list it there as well. And if you have any questions, because I know we threw a lot out at you, but if you have any questions, just, put them in the comment section and we'll be sure to answer them. If we don't answer them right away, we'll be sure to answer them at later on tonight or tomorrow or something like that. But we definitely want to get your questions answered. Definitely. Now, Coach,
yes, ma'am.
Your ebooks are really, really popular. Can you tell us about these ebooks? Because a lot of people feel as though, and we talked about it earlier, when you write ebooks, some people think that they're not an author. You are still an author when you write ebooks. It's just another form of writing.
Right.
There's traditional writing, there's self-publishing, there's ebooks, it's so many different, things that you can do as an author to get your words across or get your books across or your information across. So tell us a little bit more about your ebooks.
So I started writing ebooks probably about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I think the first one was my How to Ignite Your Dream. It's an e-journal. And so it's you take your own time, but it helps you get to the point where you can get clarity on what it is that you want to do and kind of work your way through coming up with the task and the steps, and then the follow through and holding yourself accountable. I wrote that. I want to say I wrote that particular one as a way to kind of use as a sales funnel to get to potential clients.
Yes.
But some of the other ebooks that I wrote in the last 2 years, I would call my COVID ebooks.
Yeah.
My COVID ebooks.
A lot of us were writing during COVID.
Right?
and a lot of businesses got started too.
Listen, and I call them my COVID ebooks because what was happening was, because a lot of people money had shifted, right? Yes. They weren't seeing some things. People were getting laid off, this and that. Some people were like, oh, Coach, I can't see you right now. And I was like, wait a minute. That's my money now getting hit. So I came up with this bundle, my business starter kit bundle, and was like, okay, well, if I create some things like some things that are like jumpstart,
yes,
that I think every entrepreneur needs. If I created this bundle, even if they can't get to me, at least they have something and it's a start.
Yes.
So I put like a couple of videos in there, like branding 101, how to build your tribe on Facebook with your target audience, how to set profit goals, right? 3 core things, right? Because people need to know what branding is all about and all that good stuff. And how to set your goals. A lot of people think that, oh, simply all I have to do is say I want to make X amount of money this week, and don't put any thought behind how you're going to manifest that, right? And so then I came up with some additional books. So we had the journal, we had the how to create sales funnels.
Yes.
Right? Because people hear the term, but they don't know what it really means. Once you fully understand what it means, you realize you don't have to go buy an app. You can if you're ready for it, but you can do it through just regular means. So we did that. Easy guide to writing ebooks. That, if I must say, is one of my standalone
Yes,
bestsellers. I can sell that any week and make money off of it.
that's
Um,
it.
but I felt like entrepreneurs needed to have their own ebooks. So, and there was
Yeah.
a couple of other books, but all of those, I just was like, hey, I'm going to package this
Yep.
and I'm going to generate some digital products that I know my target audience would want. And I think that's
Yes.
the big thing with when you're writing, who are you writing for? Like you have to know
Yes.
who your audience is. And I
You
knew
definitely do.
my audience is that woman entrepreneur just starting out. So I made sure that I wrote to her to meet her
Yep.
needs.
Well, I like it because, when there's people out there that talk about they don't know how to make money or there's nothing that they can do, there's plenty
Yeah.
of ways to make money out here. You
Yes.
just gotta you if you plug into different things that we're talking about right now or that we're doing with the coachmspeaks.com, we'll show you how you can make money from doing like the regular things that you do every day.
Yep. Yep.
There's plenty of money out here. You just have to know the right steps and the right things to do. Just put it
I
that way.
agree with you.
Just
And
have to know.
can I just say, going full circle back around, and that's going back to community. When you are in a space where other people are doing some amazing things
Yep.
and you realize it's not that hard and that they're
That's
willing
it.
to teach you, and you go, wait, I can do that too. I
Yep.
can do a quick training. I cannot, countless times I have done over the years a quick training and pulled 20 people in and had them pay me $20, $25. Boom. For 1 hour of my time, I just made like $400 or $500
Right.
for a training about stuff that I knew how to do, but someone else wanted to know
Exactly.
more. Write
Yep.
y'all books. I'm telling you, write them ebooks.
You have to write the books.
Write the
And if
books.
you want the ebook, go to Coach. If you want the published book, come to me. I'll
Yeah.
show you how it's done. we have publishers that actually publishes the books for you, but I am your coach that will teach you how to write those books, how to market them, and you can just, the sky's the limit from there. The sky's the limit. A book can open doors to many, many different things. It can open doors to, speaking engagements, to so many different things. Books are a start to a lot of different things that
Jump
people just
offs.
don't know.
They are jump offs.
Right? They
Right?
are jump offs. There you go. That's a good word. That's a jump off.
Your book is a jump off.
I can't. But it's so true. And I love the fact that I have the books. I love the fact that I even have the magazines, and it's really, really good when you can get different people that will share their expertise, share what they do. And that's one of the main reasons why I had to have you on, Coach, because I wanted you to, tell people about the Go Be Great community, because, even though just like we said before, it's not for every single person, but when you come in for that $10 and you just, hear what goes on, what we do, you be the judge. I mean, you can go out here and get a hamburger for $10. And look, McDonald's, you can't even get a meal for $10 anymore.
Girl.
But to get all this value that we get within this group for $10, I mean, and you're tweaking it all the time. So it's not like, if there's something that you find can be done a little bit better, you'll do it. Who's it? What did she say?
You're not.
It does sound like a Terry McMillan book. But yes, but I just advise people, just come in, try it, see how you like it, and go from there.
Absolutely.
And as far as your books, now really, really quick, tell us how can people find your books or your information other than just your website? Are you online somewhere else, or is everything just packaged in or umbrella under your website?
Yes. So yeah, everything is simply on www.coachmspeaks. That's where you'll find the starter kit, as well as joining the Go Be Great Sisterhood. But I will tell you this, the platinum members, I forgot to mention this, platinum members get access to that starter kit for free.
Oh,
Got that. The platinum members
nice.
limited access to the starter kit for free. But people can find me, of course, right here on social media. So people hit me up in
Yes.
DM all the time. I don't mind a good DM conversation if you're about business.
That's the truth.
Don't come at me talking about, girl, you look so cute. You married. Leave me alone.
I
Don't do
know.
that.
Trust me.
And don't
I
come in
know.
trying to get me to buy your product and I don't know you.
Yes.
But if you want to talk business,
That's it.
you can definitely find Meredith Hammond and hit me in the DM and we can have a really good conversation.
Yep.
Some of my products.
Yes, you can. Now, what advice would you give some of our aspiring authors or people who are looking to write a book?
Kind of similar to what I said earlier, which
Hey,
is,
Natasha.
hey,
Sorry.
hey, Natasha, I would say, if, some people write because they want to get their story out, right?
Yes.
You just want to get your story out. So if you're writing to get your story out, number one, just, just continue to write. Don't overthink it. Just write, and pull it together later. I think we get stuck in the whole, I need to write so much and I have to have it like this. Just let it flow out of you. That is not necessarily you trying to find your target audience because you're coming from your heart, your soul.
That's it.
You find your target audience after you're done because you're going to know who that book is meant for. Now, if you're writing something that's like from an ebook perspective, that might be a how-to or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say know who you're writing it for.
That's right.
Know who the book is meant for. Is it meant for the entrepreneur who is just starting out? Is it meant for the entrepreneur who's no nonsense? Like, you know what I mean? There's some people don't want a bunch of silly, fun little innuendos, right? And some people will take it. Know who your audience is, right?
Yes.
When you're writing for that. So for me, I knew who my audience. And one thing I will say is that even in my ebooks that are all about strategies, I added a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
So even in those ebooks, there's a part of my story that I kind of splatter in there to make the connection. So people are like, oh, I share just a little bit of my story that relates to the topic.
Yeah.
I think that makes it more
relatable.
That's the word. Absolutely.
It does.
Yep.
And the same thing you were talking about with your branding, because these are all, and I'm probably giving away too much, but when we're talking about our branding, it's like, you don't want, and on your page, you don't want all this silly goofiness going on your page. If you're trying to be a business person,
yes,
they don't look at you like, what's wrong with her? Or all this, whatever you don't want to put out there, don't put it on your page.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to attract the wrong customers or the wrong audience.
Or you won't, or the reverse, you're going to attract the wrong ones, but the ones who would want to might think twice. So I've actually had people send me friend requests. Yes. And I look on their page, and I know they're in business groups, but I look on their page before I decide. And some of the things I see, I'm like, I can't.
That's true.
It's just no. You got some stuff up there that
I feel my customers out, like my profile friends. I check their profiles out because there's a certain caliber of people that I want on my page, or not even that I want on my page. It's certain things that I want to see, or that I don't want to see. And when you're on social media, you can get all types of stuff on your page and like in the newsfeed section. So by getting these friends, adding these friends on, all different types of stuff, their stuff come up on your feed. And if it's something I don't want to see, and I keep seeing it over and over and over again from this one person or something, I'm deleting you. Absolutely. Because that's not something that I want to see.
I think that as entrepreneurs, we need to always remember that our profile pages, our platforms, whatever they may be, they are our window fronts, if you will.
Yes.
That's
storefronts. Yes.
Storefront. How we're dressing them up. How we dress up our storefront is the content.
I agree.
Post ourselves or allowed to be seen.
Yes.
I'm very mindful of what I get tagged in. I'm very even other people's posts that are good I'm tagged in. I only allow it to stay up in my window front for so long, right?
Exactly.
Imagine. So even if it's something great, right? Imagine if you have a store and you sell your own brand, right? Mm-hmm. And then your friend brings in her brand and puts it on a mannequin. And you're like, okay, I'm going to let you get that off for a day. But if you let it sit up too much longer, people start zeroing in on that mannequin and not on your brand. True. So yes, I will allow people to tag me and they can sit their brand on my page. But after a while, that has to go because I will not ever flood my storefront with 10 or 20 other friends' clothing, so to speak.
Yes.
Right? Then it's like, well,
I get it. I think I posted something about that before because there are several people, especially if they know that you have a large following. There's several people that like to tag themselves on your page constantly, all day, every day, tag themselves. But you never really see your information on their page.
Hello.
And I'm like, okay, so why are you tagging me? And you know that I'm doing business too. So where's my information on your page? Are you sharing my information? Or do you want to just keep pushing your stuff on the people?
Yep.
You know, it's like tagging goes both ways. And did put that, I posted that because I'm not going to allow all those tags to come on my page. That's my timeline. Keep it on yours.
Right.
And I call it my highlight reel. So, and I have to specify it's REEL, not REAL. So you're not going to see a bunch of reels, my personal life on my page. Because I don't need for you to know all my personal business.
Absolutely.
And I'm quite sure you don't want to know all my personal business. You know, well, some do, but most of you do not care. So when I post things that I want you to know about, or my highlights, you know, that I want to show the world. But I don't want to be flooded with your time with you know, all someone else's business. I just don't, you know. But I noticed some things that some people do. They'll tag you. There is ways to block people from actually going on to your page. So you have to review the tags before they go onto your page. And I think every single person should have that block. Because you don't want to keep getting everybody's stuff on your page. But you want to know about it. Right. So I like the fact that I do see some of the tags because that's how I know that they even went online or they went live or something like that. So I can choose whether or not I want to put them on my actual timeline. But I like the fact that, and I'm just going to say, I take yours, for instance. I like the fact that you tag me because I'm interested in it. Right. So if you tag me, that's fine. But if I'm getting tagged from everybody and I'm not even interested in it, that to me is bothersome.
Yep, I'm with you.
It's
I'm with
bothersome. So
you.
I agree with what you said about, your storefront.
Yeah.
Keep your storefront and your branding separate from everything else. And thank you, Hazel. Yes, know your audience. So important. It's very important.
Absolutely.
And Tasha said it's so true. And Linda said, tags, tags, tags. God woke me up in time.
Hey, Linda.
Yeah, Linda knows what I'm talking about. But yes, but it's really important. And I like the fact that these are some of the things that we talk about in the Go Be Great,
It
our
sure is.
master classes. And it is really, really, really important that you have groups like this, that you can share that type of information and these business tips and strategies, because it does make a difference. So what do you have coming up next?
So, what day is that? So my next event that I'm actually going to be speaking at is September 3rd, I think it is.
That's the one with the all white?
The all white event.
Yes.
Photo shoot event. A good friend of mine, LaTanya Dickerson, will be hosting that here at the Trenton Country Club. It's an amazing, spectacular event. She's been doing it for a few years. We wear our tiaras.
Oh, really? I'm going to be there, but this will be my first time.
Yes. The food is so delish.
Yeah, right. For us foodies,
Yes. You know how we talk about the food.
That's the truth.
The food is going to be delish. But yeah, I'll be speaking there. So this summer, right now, it's kind of light, unless someone decides they want to ask me to speak. But my focus right now truly is growing the community.
Yes.
So we have a goal.
You're coming to the Arts and Authors too.
And I'll be there, yes.
In August.
I'll be there in August. Thank you.
To help spread the word about the Go Be Great community.
Definitely will be there.
And you're speaking.
Hello. I had a good time last year. That was so
It was
fun.
really fun.
Like last year was I hadn't spoken out in person since pre-COVID. And so last year was the first time I was able to speak in front of people, and it was so cool. Like it just yes.
For you speakers, because I'm not a speaker, but for you speakers, I mean, just having that stage and that platform, it will bring you alive. It will, I'm getting there one of these days, but
It's howdy, Linda. Linda said, howdy. Miss you, girl.
But yes.
So yeah, those are the two.
And Linda, hold on. Let me tell Linda, a lot of things changed. So come back to the call. Come back.
Yep. Absolutely. We record now. So for the ladies who can't get on first thing in the morning, the mini empowerment segment that I do, as well as the daily biz tip that I drop every day, is recorded. And then the ladies can always listen to it later. Of course, we like for you to be there in the morning, but we get it. I get it. I had to realize that, some people just got things to do, or just ain't getting up that early, or under the weather, whatever the situation may be. But they still want it, and they still want that connection. So that's definitely, I think, a major enhancement to our sisterhood. Major. And those daily tips, I'm not going to lie, rocking.
They are. They really are. And like when I took that week off because Gigi was graduating and I had to, for prom and all that kind of stuff, man, it felt like I missed so much in that one little week. I'm like, what the heck? So it goes to show you how good it is. When you feel like you really missed a whole lot within that week, it's like, just you have to see for yourself. And then Joy here saying hi to everybody. But yes, so you have those coming up. Do you plan on writing any more books?
It's interesting. I've started so many, and I've got them sitting on. They're probably collecting dust. So I have some unfinished business. So the short answer is yes.
Yes.
I
Do you plan on self-publishing?
I would say when the time comes, absolutely. I'll be talking to you when the time comes.
Yes.
Like I
think you should.
Yeah, for sure. I have a couple of things that I've started that I just need to finish. So definitely, I think I have at least, and I'm not talking ebooks, I think I have at least like 2, if not 3 books that have been started and just haven't finished.
Yes.
They're coming probably after I retire. So, I'll retire next year.
You are going to do it?
Oh, yes. Next summer around this time. Oh, yeah. But right around this time, June 30th next year.
Nice.
So I believe that I will have more time to focus in that space. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Well, then that'll be good. And I can't wait until you do. And once again, okay, hold on. Somebody else said something. A lot of value is what interests me. Go be great. Sorry, didn't mean to disturb you.
No, Linda, you are so hilarious.
She's a new grandmom, so she's probably trying to get a little.
The baby come already?
Yes, that's a big baby. The baby is here.
Oh, congratulations.
With his little handsome self.
Oh.
Yes. So now she's a glam mom.
Yay. Yes.
Her first grandchild.
Blessings.
But yes. So once again, I just wanted everybody to know that this is a bi-weekly show, and we'll be featuring a new author next week. In 2 weeks. It's going to be Nanette Buchanan. She is an author. Actually, she had when I tell you she has many books. Ooh. She's in the teens, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, she has many books. So she'll be here on July 11th. She'll be tuning in with the Arts and Authors Talk. And she has some spicy books too. Yeah, we need some spice in our life every now and then. But she has some spicy books. So she'll be here on the 11th. And actually, let me see here. Yes. Okay. And let me see. So if you go on YouTube, you'll be able to see all the past videos that we've had for the artists and authors that have either graced the stage of the Arts and Authors Extravaganza or that I've met and they just wanted to come on to talk to us and to share what they have going on. But I just want to thank you so much for coming on, Coach, and sharing the information for the Go Be Great community, also the ebooks and everything else that you have going on.
My pleasure.
Is there any final words that you want to give us before we go?
Just a simple statement, ladies. We are all born great. So don't let anybody push you off your block. Go be great. That's what we are all called to do. Just keep moving forward and pursue your dreams unapologetically. Go be great.
That was good right there. and the older I get, the more I'm doing things unapologetically. It makes a difference.
It does.
We're not getting any younger out here. And there's no pamphlet or no book that teaches us how to do things. But going through that community and learning like the different ways that we're doing things, everyone does things. I mean, you can learn from everybody.
Right.
You can learn from everybody. And there's always a better way. And I have to learn I don't know everything.
We all have to remember that from time to time, girl.
So I just want to thank you once again, and thank you all for listening. Remember, if you still have questions, please post them, because we will get a chance to see them and we will answer those questions for you. And we'll see you next July 11th with Nanette Buchanan. But I thank you all so much. And remember to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel if you can, please. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day.